What's up, everybody? Welcome to yet another episode of Talk and Moments. My name is Toke Makiwa, and today I shall be talking about those things that when we were younger, we swore that that can never be me. Ew, those things we used to judge in not too many words, and I'm on this table, I'm sitting comfortably on this table. There's certain things that when you're younger, you just have one mind about, like there's no two-way street in your mind. You're just like, I can never. When you see people doing certain things, you're like, you judge them. Even when you don't say it out, the way you just look at them and just think, this can never be me. This can never be me. Sounds familiar? We're going to be talking about some today in a very light, healthy manner. If you're one of those people that takes things very seriously, maybe this is not the video for you, because guess what? I'm going to be dragging myself too. At the top of the list, I remember when I was younger and I would see like all those my aunties, shout out to all my aunties, they were in their 30s then, and some of them lived in our house before they got married. I remember seeing them at 35 and 30. Actually 30, 35, okay, that's grandma. 30, I'll be looking at them and be thinking, this woman must have been promiscuous when she was young. That's why she's 30 and still in our house and she has not gone to her husband's house. Today I'm 37. And I look at my nephews and my nieces and I wonder, is that how they look at me? Or has time really changed? No, I used to be one of those people that when you hear somebody's like 28 self, like 28 was such an old age back then, then you'd be like, 28 and she doesn't have any children. 30, she's single. She must have had like many boyfriends when she was young. Those kind of stories you hear where parents will be like, behave yourself, read your books. If you don't do this, you will not find husband. Like, I used to be like that. I used to look at old girls then and think 30 was old. And then I turned 30 and I realized that, wow, if my nephews and my nieces are judging me, I'm going to literally just faint. That was one phase of my life that I'm sure people can relate with. Number two, growing up in Nigeria back then, every time you see like a white man and a black girl, automatically you just think she's a hoe, like prostitute. It's so, I don't know who put it in our heads, but it was one of those things. Even our parents used to do it. I remember one time my mom was driving and somebody cut into her and it was a white guy and he had a black girl in front. It was Ode. We just automatically just assumed that every black girl you saw with a white guy was a hoe. Like people just automatically, that was such a stereotype that lingered on for so long when we were younger. Like when you see them, they'll be like, even when white guys are trying to talk to you, you don't want to date them because you're thinking, everybody will just think I'm a hoe. It used to be a thing back then, I don't know about you guys, that I don't know if it was slavery or why we thought we were judges or why we would just say that. We just automatically think, this one, definitely she's a hoe. Automatically. Like, I don't even know who invented that. That was absolutely crazy. Number three, this one is the funniest. When you see like an older guy, like, all those videos you see online, it still happens till today. You see all those older guys. There was a TikTok video about her spend his money. You see like the man is like on the beach, belly guts out, everything, like gray hair. Like this guy might be like 75. And you see him with like a 19-year-old and you're quick to be like, look at this one. Gold digger. Oh boy, oh girl, have you seen what the exchange rate is? You're still judging people. These days, I don't even say she's not ashamed of herself. Please, what has shame bought for you in the market? Has it bought anything for you before? Have you tried to pay your bills with shame before? Shame is free. Dollar is not. These days, I don't judge. If you like, all the people will be like, she's dating her ancestor. She's married to her ancestor. I'm saying it now, just in case on this vlog. I don't mind an 85-year-old man. Keep your judging selves to yourself. People keep your judgments to yourself because these days, I don't judge anybody. Those days you'll be like, her moral compass must be left. How can you even sleep with him? God forbid. Ew, this old man. The baby's in first class, living her life on the fast lane. She's not worried about how much diesel is. She's not worried about this economy and what Buhari has done to us. She's good. All she has to do is even rub the man's head and fall asleep. You're there, burning the midnight oil. All the young boys that have scored goal with you, because where have they led you to? Are they giving you cash dollar? This is not me telling you that you have to go and marry old man, but I'm saying that less judgment and more acceptance. Like now that life will humble you in a way, and I've always said this, life sometimes will test us with those things that we think we're better than. I know of this lady, like this, not throwing shit at anybody, but I know somebody who, when we were younger then, she used to like really abuse girls that dating married men. Like, How can you lack home training? You do this, you do that. The guy she ended up with, she thought he was single when they met. Maybe 8 months down the line, she found picture in the guy's house or whatever and found out that this nigga was married. Sister, we will not be looking at her like, okay, don't judge. See, life is black and white, and there are shades of grey. I now accept. Do you understand? Like, I have no tolerance of judging people these days. Whatever you know that you can face your creator on the last day, when you get to heaven like this and they play your tape and you can look at it and dance Bugatti to it, by all means, do it. Because you see me, so everybody's looking for how their life is going to be better. I don't have the strength. If you like, be there abusing people and thinking, oh my God, how can she be 45 and she's not married and she's single and she's this, she's that, she's that. Or the worst one, number 4, this is where I'm going to stop. Those, when we're young, those lists we used to have. Tall, dark, handsome, God-fearing. These days, just put the God. Remove the fear. As long as he has a healthy relationship. You know how we'll be like, I can never date a guy that is not a Christian, that is not born again, that is not this, that is not that, that is not that. These days, as long as you know that there's somebody in the sky, you look up and you shall say, Baba God, there's somebody there. It's okay, because as time goes by, your list just becomes ridiculous. You see all those things. When I'm 23, I must be in my husband's house. I must have bought my first car at 29. I must have had my first kids by 27. I must this. Life laughs at us. Honestly, we make all these plans and God laughs. Some people get it, and some people have to travel several roads before they get there. Or the worst one, you know, the stigma that used to be on divorced people, how people look at divorced people and think, this person is divorced. She's divorced. It used to be like a taboo in those days. Like, somebody left their marriage. It used to be like, wow. I remember those people that you now back it up with scripture, that if you leave your husband's house, it means you can never marry because God will be angry with you. My response to that is, God does not like miserable people. Many people are married and are miserable. Do you understand? As long as I'm happy, please, and I'm alive, and you are here to tell your story. Now, the essence of this video was just to take a mickey at those things that we swore in our lives that we would never do. I'm sure there are so many of them. Those people that will say, I can never drink. How are you coping with the tension in Nigeria? Every day you go out, can I have cocktail? Can I have a glass of champagne? Can I have NSC? Can I have this? And at some point, just be like, oh my God, how do those people smoke shisha? Oh God, smoke weed. Oh, that's so tacky. Ask them now where they are. See, how is it going for you? They become chimneys. Stress, plus breakfast, plus dollars, plus everything that's compounded you. You don't even remember who you used to be. So I like to tell people, just accept life and the turns, because you see this life that is so funny, that thing that you think you're better than, those things that you judge, those things that you look down on, when it's presented to you like this on a golden tray, let's hope you make the right choice. I've seen many people that have sworn, I can never, over my dead body, God forbid, this, that. The one is their turn, they now start making excuses. It's not like that, too. You know, I didn't know it was like that. It just happened. Like, I didn't even know I found myself here. Sounds familiar? Thank you guys for watching. Please remember to subscribe to my YouTube channel and follow me on Twitter. I am a Toaster with a double R. Until I come your way, stop being a Judge Judy. You just might be the one we'll be talking about here tomorrow. Goodbye.